Hey guys, I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. This, just from the get-go, I want you to know this is not a regular Philip DeFranco show. In fact, I won't be posting until next Monday. I'll explain more on that later. And this video is an extremely frustrating but also exciting video for me to put out. I'll start with what is frustrating, which is that as of right now, with the current state of YouTube, the Philip DeFranco show cannot thrive. In fact, I think very, very soon the Philip DeFranco show may not be able to survive. And it all really boils down to the increased crackdown from YouTube against this channel. I mean, if you've watched the show for a while, you know that I've talked about YouTube cracking down on the channel as far as monetization, but this is a lot more. Back then, we noticed that the Philip DeFranco show had started being demonetized at a higher rate than normal. And so to offset that, of course, we tried to include more sponsors. We launched the pay subscription service, DeFranco Elite. People sign up for $5, $10 a month tiers. They get exclusive videos, early videos, exclusive live streams. There's a lot more. And it helps insulate us from the demonetization issue. It allows us to really thrive as a channel and also use that money to build out everything we've been doing behind the scenes. So the demonetization issue on YouTube really isn't of the highest priority to me. Unfortunately, we're being hit by what I would call a sister algorithm. Often when you see YouTube comments about demonetization, they often separate it from suppression of views. And it's accurate, but also at the same time very misleading. Technically, demonetization and the rating of a video, let's say, as mature, where it's unable to be on trending, on the front page, watch next, the recommended tab. Think of those as separate but very, very similar levers. While a video being demonetized does not 100% of the time mean that that video will be suppressed. Now when we see that little dollar sign, it's kind of like a canary in a coal mine. Unfortunately, because YouTube is not transparent with how they rate our videos or why or what is in that video, you don't know for sure, but it's usually reflected in the views and at the rate of the view. As a side note, YouTube needs to change the backend to let us know what our videos are being rated. In an ideal world, we'd love to also know why. Right, so an example last week, several of our videos were suppressed. Tons of comments saying the video is not popping up where it normally does. What's the deal? The next morning, the videos have around 300 to 450,000 less views than the average videos normally have. One of the biggest problems is this is now happening at an alarming rate. And usually what happens is when we bring it to YouTube, that they look into it, they either say like, oh, okay, well, you talked about this thing, you showed this thing in relation to the story, which I would understand demonetization, sure. Me talking about Syria, Russia, United States relations, maybe Pepsi doesn't want that ad there. But it doesn't make sense to people that watch my show on a regular basis that I'm not popping up on the homepage recommended watch next. YouTube built the system so that they feel comfortable knowing, oh, if Phil posts a new video, that's where it's going to be. Or they say, well, you know, the algorithm's learning, the AI's learning. Well, that's the problem. Because this is popping up more and more, it appears that the algorithm has learned to crack down on my videos now. Now that said, I don't want this to be just a video of me whining. Part of this is also, one, I want people to know that I have been posting videos, you may not just have seen them. And two, to really just send my plea out to YouTube, please help me. I want to be able to talk about the news here, world news, serious issues, and I honestly now, based off of the way YouTube has set itself up, don't believe that I can thrive on this platform anymore. And that's incredibly disheartening for me, especially as a creator who's been on the platform for over a decade, who really, like, I love saying that I'm a YouTuber, but not with the way things are now. Now that said, to flip it over to the exciting, this may be news for a lot of people that are not members of DeFranco Elite, also people that haven't seen certain little snippets we've included in vlogs. What we've been doing behind the scenes for these many, many months has been building up to be able to launch the new news network. And having to deal with all of this stupid, ridiculous YouTube bullshit is not stopping me from launching any of that. When I left Group 9/Discovery, I brought a little small team with me. Behind the scenes, we've hired a ton of people so we can expand. We've built out a 6-person research and investigative team that is most likely gonna go to 10 in the near future. We've been bringing on and testing a stable of hosts on brand new shows, many with journalism, reporting backgrounds, also just from different walks of life. This for a variety of new shows we've talked about in the past, deep dives, short social videos.
What is a sanctuary city? How did they come to be, and why should we even care?
Today we're talking about a word you've probably heard and seen all over the media these last couple months. Tariffs.
Today we're breaking down how Spotify became the most powerful music company in the world, the price of 1 billion streams, and whether or not your favorite musicians are getting stiffed.
We've been working on a semi-daily live news show where we go in, we give all the facts, and then we all kind of talk about it and debate it. Also, a big part of the reason we want to do that live is so that we can bring back the conversation with you guys and actually include you in those videos. Along with that, at the same time, building out the support structure so that we can bring back the interview show, which of course we recently tested with Sean Evans.
Military grade butthole right here.
On top of that, we've been testing and creating a morning podcast, so you can get it on Apple iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud, whatever. And as of May, we are going to be moving out of the Lifeboat note that has been this office. If you remember when I bought back my channel, I left the previous company. We were we were filming out of Airbnbs. We got a very short-term lease. We are now moving into the big studio to accommodate all the things we've been building behind the scenes. Multiple soundproof sets. We can be shooting 6 different pieces of content at the same time. There's plenty of room to expand and grow into it. We're also, I completely forgot before, we're starting an O&O website. It's gonna be part phase 1, phase 2, and that's also a thing I wanna note is that these are gonna be incremental releases. I don't wanna throw everything at the wall at the same time. That seems like guaranteed failure. And really all that is now changing is that none of that will go to YouTube first. I am tired of trying to work with the alcoholic, negligent stepfather that is YouTube. At this point, it really doesn't matter if you're swerving this car into a tree on purpose or you're just asleep at the wheel, and that's what happened. Now, as far as why there won't be videos this week, I am taking a 1-week vacation off. It's kind of a consolidation of multiple things. My anniversary with my wife, her birthday. It's also gonna be one of the last vacations I can take for a very long time, because when I come back, especially once we do this move and we start launching these shows, my schedule is going to be insane. So it's kind of me taking a massive gulp of air before I go free diving into all of this new content. On a personal note, as far as where I'm going to Japan for the very first time. I am very excited. Also, I'll let you know in advance, I'm gonna try not to do anything that makes YouTubers or Americans or people named Phil look horrible to Japan. It's gonna be nothing but arigato gozaimasu from me. Well, that and gaining all the weight I've lost over the past month by eating delicious, delicious food. But all of that said, if there is a note that I can end this video on, it's just thank you. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for sharing the show. Thank you to all you beautiful bastards that signed up to DeFrancoElite.com. I mean, you're the reason that any of this is even possible, so just thank you. That said, I love your faces, and I will see you next Monday.